Whose stock is up, whose stock is down in fantasy football after week 13? Starting with Monday night, Devin Singletary is on the rise. 12 carries for 66 yards is great efficiency, plus he might be the featured back now with Tyrone Tracy out. I'll have a video out tomorrow like I do every single Tuesday with my uncommon waiver wire opinions. You'll likely see him featured there. The receivers who stood out most of the Giants for me were actually not Darius Slayton, even though he got the touchdown. It was Theo Johnson and Wan'Dale Robinson, both with 8 targets and a 33% target share. Volume is king in fantasy football, so moving them both slightly up my ranks. Travion Henderson is going down just slightly, had 1 fewer carry than Ramondre Stevenson. Both of them had 3 receptions. I wouldn't worry if you own him. He still could be a league winner. I still like him a lot down the stretch. I was just extra bullish on him based on my rankings at fansports.com. If you go to that site, you can see where I rank every single player in the NFL along with expert ranks for the rest of the season, helping you win your fantasy football league. Stephon Diggs would get a downgrade if I already didn't have him way lower than the expert consensus, but experts had him as a number 18 wide receiver, which made no sense to me in an offense where they love to spread the ball around. It's not like he has a big play upside to offset the inconsistent volume. Second straight week with 26 or fewer yards on 3 or fewer catches. Terry McLaurin is a riser. He exceeded expectations in his return from injury. 14 targets is elite wide receiver 1 usage. I would rise Marcus Mariota up, but again, I was bullish on him. I've been talking about him and Brissett for weeks now, and guys who are in high-octane offenses with poor defenses. This is the recipe for success as a quarterback in fantasy football. Throw in the fact that Mariota had 55 rushing yards, 50 pass attempts. This is exactly what you want to see, and Washington has a pretty friendly schedule going up. I'm not doing the fancy player text graphics like I usually do in these videos, by the way. Let me know if you're fine without them. Full disclosure / life update, I'm exhausted right now. It's not just that I have a 6-week-old son and a 2.5-week-old daughter with no nanny. It's the fact that my dad, who is paralyzed after a traumatic brain injury he had at the end of July, just moved into my garage today and been working my butt off the last couple of weeks to completely deck the garage and make it a habitable space where he'll be comfortable and happy and at least with family right now. Only reason I'm talking about it is because I'm actually honestly very proud of myself for doing what I'm doing, for putting family first. I know fantasy football matters a lot to me and everyone else here, but the feeling you get from helping out family in a genuine way, putting a lot of effort into it as well, is better than winning 36% of your fantasy football leagues, trust me. So yeah, I'm a little slow to update fansports.com right now, and some of these videos might be a little bit more hastily edited than usual. Finally, time to downgrade Justin Jefferson. I've been holding out. I've been calling him a buy low. He'll still probably have a good game now next week that I've said this, but he was also out targeted by Jordan Addison 10-6. TJ Hawkinson actually did something with his 6 targets and had the best game of any Vikings receiver. But no matter how talented you are, you need someone who can throw you the ball. Upgrading Jordan Mason sneakily because Aaron Jones' injury opens the door for him to be the #1 running back on this team, and we saw the upside that he showed preseason, 6 carries for 46 yards. Not downgrading Jackson Smith-Njigba from 1 bad game. He literally has not had a single bad game all year. Give him a break. I am downgrading 2 tight ends though. Oronde Gadsden, only 2 targets on the Chargers, is a little bit of a red flag since they have so many mouths to feed. And also Brock Bowers, only 4 targets for the Raiders. Yes, I know he had 2 touchdowns and saved his day, but he's just clearly a full tier below Trey McBride, also probably below George Kittle at this point. 2 Kenneths, Gainwell and Walker, both were outsnapped by the other running backs on the team. They get a slight downgrade. Don't forget to check out fansports.com. I really appreciate all of you who's paid to get my rankings and other tools to help you win your fantasy football leagues, but don't sweat it if you can't afford it. Honestly, I'm trying my best to update it, but it's going to be way better in the future and a little bit more expensive. Your time is valuable. Thank you.